Hanafi in Arabic language means to leave everything behind and come to Allah. When Ibrahim did this, when he smashed all the idols, then one day his people, they say we worship a star. Ibrahim came out, Ibrahim wants to teach them. To Ibrahim AS, because they think he does not believe in the religion. They don't want to listen to him, but he's a clever man. Good guy is the one who makes people to listen to him. Now Ibrahim got a bad name in the town. People think he's against idols. He's against our religion. So now they're not going to listen to him. But Ibrahim knows how to influence people. They come to worship a star. Ibrahim also looked at the star and then he said, Hada Rabbi, this is my Lord. Oh, people say, oh, Ibrahim actually still in our religion. Idols did not make sense to him. But a star makes sense to him. That's why he said, Hada Rabbi. Now they are around him. Everybody around him. Ibrahim knows how to collect the crowd. Everybody around him. Because he wants to teach. Then the star disappeared. That's what he wanted to teach. He said, La uhibbul afilin. I don't love those who disappear. I don't love them. My heart never goes to these things. Things which die, which disappear, I don't love them. That he wanted to teach really. It's a really amazing thing. There's Iqbal's in another poetic verse, very, very powerful verse. He said, O sukute sham sahra mein ghurube aftab, jisse roshan tar hui chashme jahan bine khalil. O ghurube sham, O sukute sham sahra mein ghurube aftab. In the calmness of the evening of the desert. Imagine a desert. Very big, huge desert. Nobody around you alone. Sukute sham sahra. And it's evening, quiet. And then the sun sets. Tell me what will happen. In the desert, calmness, nobody around you, evening, and the sun sets. What will happen? You can't see anything. Iqbal said, Jisse roshan tar hui chashme jahan bine khalil. When the sun was setting in the darkness of the desert, eye of Ibrahim became even brighter. He could see more clearly. When the sun set, he saw more clearly. What he saw? He saw that the whole universe is afilin. La uhibbul afilin. I don't love those who disappear. It became much deeper in his mind. I was really once this same thing came to my mind. Once I was in South Africa, they have a mountain. There's a table mountain, like a table. So people there, watch, how sun sets. So I was thinking really, people love that scene when sun is setting from the mountain and taking the picture of. Said how far they are from Ibrahim. This is exactly reason why Ibrahim deserted the whole universe. You are afil, you disappear. How can I love you? We want to catch that scene. Ibrahim actually does not like that scene. He hates that scene. He thinks sun sets. It's not my destination. I don't love sun. If sun sets, something sets, I don't like. The next day, people celebrate another time moon. Then again, people are not trusting Ibrahim because they think Ibrahim does not believe. But Ibrahim again, he knows how to. He said, Hada Rabbi. Again, he said, my Lord. Now everybody comes and listens to him. Again, moon disappears. La uhibbul afilin. He makes this big thing. Then next time they worship sun. Again Ibrahim comes. Now nobody wants to come to Ibrahim because they know what he did with the idols, what he did with the star, with the moon. Now no interest. But Ibrahim is more clever than them. This time Ibrahim changed the sentence. He said, Hada Rabbi, Hada Akbar. This is my Lord. This is bigger. Ibrahim actually different. You see, the moon did not make sense to him, but sun makes sense to him. They say, this is bigger. Now they're around him. But sun has also to set. When sun sets, again Ibrahim said, La uhibbu. I don't love those who disappear. Actually, in the whole Quran, I never find any sentence more powerful after La ilaha illallah than this sentence. Very, very powerful sentence. Nothing more powerful than this sentence and tells you how deep Ibrahim is. He understands everything so clearly. He never loves things which disappear. They set decline. La uhibbul afilin. And this is the sentence really Allah loved from Ibrahim. That I see your prayer. Actually, Allah made the prayer to remind you of Millah. You become thinker, but still we don't think. Don't you see really what time of the prayer is? The first prayer you pray when star and moon has sunk, disappeared, and sun is still not there. No sun, no star, no moon. And you come for the Fajr prayer saying what? La uhibbul afilin. People who worship a star, moon, sun, they should know they disappear. My Lord never disappears. I worship the one who never disappears. In a time where there is no sun, no moon, no star, I worship my Lord. Because my Lord, sun can disappear, not my Lord. Star can disappear, but not my Lord. Moon can disappear, but not my Lord. La uhibbul afilin. And you do Fajr prayer. You must do before sun rises. Must do. And if you're doing the Fajr prayer and sun rises, prayer becomes invalid. That way Allah made 2 rakah. So when you are second rakah or first rakah, you know sun is rise, just do second rakah and do it before sunrise. If it has been 4 rakah, some parts will happen when sun is rising. That way Allah made 2 rakah to easily you can finish before sunrise. Thereafter that sun rises and people think power of sun, glory of sun and kingdom of sun so powerful, and then declines. That what believers come to mark, celebrate. You see, so powerful, decline. Then believer come for the source of prayer and it makes very clear, sun can decline, but not my Lord. La uhibbul, I don't love afilin. Sun is afilin, disappear, sets, but not my Lord. He never. I worship one who never disappears. I worship one who never declines. Position can go, money can come and go, anything can come and go, but not my Lord. Everything the afilin, money, pound, dollars, gold, silver, the earth, flowers, roses, sun, moon, star, all afilin. You see, Ibrahim never used the word singular. He did not say, La uhibbul afila. I don't love the one who disappears. What he said? Afilin. One afil makes him to know all afilin. Afilin means all the one who disappear. I don't love any of them. That to do in Zohar time. Then after that, still sun is shining. Sun goes behind the mountains and hills. You don't see it, but it's still there. You come for Asr prayer and you make clear, sun can be hidden behind the mountains and hills, but not my Lord. Mountains cannot hide my Lord. La uhibbul afilin. Then Maghrib time comes and sun sets. Then a believer comes and prays Maghrib, making very clear, sun can set, but not my Lord. I don't love those who set. I don't love them. I love the one who does not see. Every time you make a point. And then lights of sun goes, Isha time comes and they do again. That you can see in the Quran, whenever Allah says, Sabbahisma, glorify your Lord, always comes with decline of the sun, decline of the star, all the time. Ghurub al-Shams, this through Qabla Tulu'i Shams, after the stars disappear. Why? To remind you about Ibrahim. To remind you that they are afilin. That is, so you don't love this world. If sun and moon and star actually are like so weak, nothing is strong here then. Don't love money, don't love position, don't love flowers and roses. Only be attracted to Allah. Nothing should attract you, nothing should distract you like Ibrahim. Nothing can attract Ibrahim and nothing can distract him. Only Allah. That's why Ibrahim said, after all this, what Ibrahim said, Inni wajjahtu wajhiya lilladhi fatara as-samawati wal arda hanifa. I don't love afilin. I turn my face the one who made them, the whole universe. Hanifa, turning to him alone. And I don't do shirk. I don't make any partner. This is great thinking. This is what millah means really. You think and you become Hanif. When you become Hanif, it really, no doubt, a very, very powerful thing for any human. So now see what Quran says about Ibrahim. وَإِنَّ مِنْ شِيعَتِهِ لَإِبْرَاهِيمَ. If Quran mentioned the Prophet Nuh al-Islam, among the people who are from the party of Nuh is also Ibrahim. But he is different. How? إِذْ جَاءَ رَبَّهُ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. When Ibrahim came to his Lord with a heart which is sound heart. A heart which does not love anything, does not love universe, does not love sky and the earth, only loves the one who made them. Pure heart, Salim heart, sound heart. Do you have sound heart? No. Ibrahim got sound heart. Any heart which loves this world is not sound. Any heart which loves money is not sound. Any heart which loves flowers, roses and seas and oceans is not a sound heart. Sound heart, the one who uses all of them, but only loves Allah. Loves the one who made them. Does not love them. Ibrahim also had got a lot of sheep and goats. Rich man. Ibrahim also eats and drinks, but does not love them. He does not love eating and drinking. He eats because he needs to eat. He's a human being. He does not love them. He has got money, but does not love them. Quran says, جَاءَ رَبَّهُ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. First condition of Hanifiyya is your qalb should be salim. Pure heart, pure mind. Nothing should make sense to you except Allah. Nothing should make sense. going deep everything. That's actually what Ibrahim AS way is. He goes so deep that he easily can go to the cause of all the causes. When I fall ill and I become well, then you ask me, oh, how you become well? So I say, I went to this GP. Oh, he said, oh, this is great. Actually, next time when I fall ill, I'll go to this GP. Isn't it like that? I become healthy. You ask me, oh, how you become healthy? I say, oh, I use this food, very good, and I go to gym. I say, okay, next time I'll do the same thing. All the time people do this thing. Ask Ibrahim, who feeds you? What he said? Alladhi yut'amuni wa yasqin. My Lord is the one who feeds me. He goes beyond everything. You say food, I eat food, then next question, where food comes from? So you say food comes from the earth, from the plants. Where the plant comes from? Oh, it's earth and rain and this combination. Where the earth? Who made the earth? And who made the air? Who made all this thing? Keep asking until you come to Allah. What you learned after so many efforts, Ibrahim used it first time. So when you ask Ibrahim, who feeds you? What he said? Allah. My Lord is the one who feeds me. Wayasqeen, he is the one who gives me water. He is the one who makes me satisfied. He does not go to the causes. He goes to the cause of all the causes. We are stuck with immediate cause. He knows the cause is also effect. All the causes that you know are effects. You don't know the real cause. Ibrahim is not happy with the causes. He knows they are not causes. They just look like cause. They themselves have been caused. They are effect of something else. Cause is someone else. Learn the cause. He keeps on doing research, learning more until he reaches to the cause of all the causes. And then he says, وَإِذَا مَرِضْتُ فَهُوَ يَشْفِينِ. When I fall ill, he is the one who cures me. He is the one who cures me. And then he does not start there. And he is the one who will make me to die. People say I died because I got cancer. I got because of this thing or that. People die. Ibrahim said, who makes me die? My Lord. He is the one who makes me to die. And then after death, he is the one who is going to make me again alive. You see, he removes all the curtains. We people look at the curtain. Ibrahim said, lift the curtain, see beyond the curtain. That's the problem. Our problem is we look at the curtain. We look at the veil. Like one of the poets said, Bar Afghan pardata ma'loom gardad ki yara digare ra mi parastand. A woman is walking the street. She has got a veil. And you think, oh, she must be very beautiful. You fall in love with her. The poet says to the woman, lift your veil. You will know really, he did not love you. He loved somebody else, had in mind. You are different. He just does not know you. He just saw a veil, so he thinks behind the veil is somebody who he wants. Lift the veil, you'll know he does not love you. That reality. Lift the veil. The world that you love is not worth of loving. Just lift the curtains. You'll see it how bad it is. I'm sitting here teaching you. Tell me if I take off my skins, you will run away. Are you going to learn from me? You hate me. You can't see me. This is how it is. How dirty every human being is. Just remove the curtains, you will see really how the problem is. You eat food. You say, we have been having biryani, nice, so people enjoy. Take biryani in your mouth and then mix with saliva and take it out and put it here. And then can you take it again? Remove the curtain. That's what eating means really. Process of eating is very dirty. The reason you eat because you don't see it. There's a curtain between you and the food. If a curtain is lifted, if you see somebody else's mouth, they're eating. Can you eat that food? It's a very ugly process. Very ugly. The reason you love eating because you don't know what eating means. You just don't know it. Lift the curtain, you will hate eating. It's not not a good process. That's what Ibrahim wants you to lift the veils, remove the curtains, look at reality as they are. That's what the prophets do. When prophets come, they have same eye like you, but they're different mind. They remove the curtain, then the world becomes different. They come and they say Allahu Akbar. We say this world is bigger, this big, America is big power. A prophet comes, he says no, Allahu Akbar, Allah is biggest. Because we have curtains, we think America has power. To a prophet, America is like a spider, nothing. Worse than that. Weaker than that. Any command of Allah can finish. But to us, it is big. Because we have got curtains. Curtains lifted, you will see. The problem really is we will say same thing when it happens. When people die, then you know, oh, finish. You are not scared. Somebody very powerful in your town frightens you. Tell me, when he dies, are you going to be scared of him? But why did not you know before that he's going to die? That's what is different between us and Ibrahim. When child is born, you celebrate. When child is born, Ibrahim is the only person who knows he's going to die. So he's not attracted to that. When a flower comes in the garden, you become happy. Ibrahim said, no, he can't attract me. I know it's going to die. When flowers die, then you don't love it. But when it grows, then you love it. Why don't you use your mind? It is going to die. Why don't you see what you're going to see after a few days? Why can't you see now? Why can't you anticipate? Why can't you remove the curtain at the time? 2-3 days time, just remove the curtain, you'll see reality. Time and space both are curtains. Remove them, you'll see reality. That's what Ibrahim thinks. That's what Hanifiya means. Ibrahim is a true man. He understands this world as it is. We see it with curtains. That's the problem. We don't see the world as it is. And not only our leaders are the same thing. You got in Pakistan prime ministers and this and that, and they say, no, we must follow the Western way of economics. Otherwise, we can't develop. We need to copy them. Because you see, they're doing so well. If we want to be a developed country, we need to do same way. It makes sense. Let's vote him. And then you vote for him for 5 years, still Pakistan remains same. Isn't it like that? Then after 5 years, the next person comes and he makes few promises. And you believe in him. After 5 years, you say, oh, same thing. Okay, let's bring the other person back. You go in the same cycle, nothing happens. Pakistan remains where it is. Because you don't remove the curtains. Remove the curtains, you know really. They are not right. But we believe that. That's why Quran says about Firaun. Firaun used to say his people, Ma urikum illa ma ara. Wa ma ahdikum illa sabila rashad. You know, I show you what I see. I see this world is good for you. So I'm showing you what I see. And I don't guide you except the right path. It is the right path you need to follow. He's a liar. He does not see really. He showed what he sees, but he himself does not. He's blind. He does not see. Musa saw that Musa came, then people understood reality properly. But Firaun did not see. Firaun showed people without seeing. All the people around you don't see and you follow them. You are influenced by them. Ibrahim said, you're stupid. Use your mind. They don't see. If they respect money, because they don't know what money means. Umar ibn Aziz, rahmahullah, his father Abdul Aziz al-Marwan, big man, governor of Egypt, a very, very rich man, and his caravans used to go everywhere. So much money. To one, he was dying, his caravan came from a big, so much, huge profit. They got good news for him that we got so much gold and silver, huge treasure. But he's dying. He said, by Allah, all this gold and the dung of the animals, both are same in my eye. Too late. They should have been same to you when you were alive. Now you're dying, they become same to you. Why did not you see this thing when you were alive? Why when you're dying, then you see it? What becomes same to you now, it should have been same to you when you were alive. That's how Ibrahim anticipates before everybody else. He sees before everybody else. He removes all the curtains of the time and space. So what people see after 10 years, Ibrahim can see now. 10 years is the curtain. He removes the curtain and he sees what happens. When child is born, Ibrahim knows he's going to die. Then when he dies, people cry. Ibrahim already knew he's going to die. It's not something new to Ibrahim. For you it could be new, not for Ibrahim. That's what Hanifiyam, everything going to die except your Lord. Except that the Quran said, وَكُلُّ مَنْ عَلَيْهَا فَانٍ وَيَبْقَى وَجْهُ رَبِّكَ ذُو الْجَلَالِ وَالْإِكْرَامِ. Everything on the face of the earth is going to perish except your Lord. That's why Ibrahim said, I turn away from everything to Allah. So the first pillar actually is thinking, and the second one, you think properly. The first pillar, Rashid, thinking. Second one, Hanifiyya. Then you turn away from everything to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you come to Him, then what you do? Then surrender to Him. Don't surrender to things. Because things have no value. Don't surrender to anything. This is something even Prophet Muhammad learned from his father Ibrahim. Because when Quraysh came to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said to him, Utbah said to him that, he said, that if you doing all this thing because you want to marry a woman, we can find you the most beautiful woman of Arabia and marry you. Or if you want money, we can collect all the money and give you. And if you want to become king, we can make you our king, if this is what you want. The Prophet Muhammad said, by Allah, if they put sun in my right hand and moon in my left hand, I will not give up. Leave this money and even sun and moon, huge empire, I will not leave. You see, that's how Ibrahim is. Ibrahim is not even this world. He will say, even if you give me sun, moon, stars, I am not interested. Nothing can attract me. Nothing can distract me. I leave all of them by the Hanif. So when he leaves all of them, what he did? Then when he comes to his Lord, surrenders to him. Then he does not question. Same Ibrahim was such a great thinker, questions everything. When he comes to his Lord, he does not question. If Allah said, I will do. If anybody else commands Ibrahim, Ibrahim will question, what is your argument? What is your authority? How will you say like that? Ibrahim questions everything. But if Allah said, no question. Surrender, full submission. Ibrahim had no hesitation to obey Allah. For everything else, questioning. That Allah loves Ibrahim. When anybody else teaches Ibrahim, Ibrahim does not love. Ibrahim said, no, tell me, prove it. His father said, Ibrahim said, no, I'm not going to listen to it, prove it. People say Ibrahim does not listen to them. Anybody said, Ibrahim questions everybody. And then he knows that they don't have answer, he leaves them. But same Ibrahim, when it comes to his Lord, no question. If Allah said, that's all. If Allah said, that's all. Because I surrender to him. He knows me. He is the one who loves me. Then he never. So Allah said to Ibrahim AS, this really, this actually you can see how Ibrahim, when he got the message from Allah, he said to his father such a strong word, Ya abati, inni qad ja'ani min al-ilm ma lam ya'tika. Oh my father, I got the knowledge you don't have. Fattabi'ni, follow me. I don't need to follow you. Not because you are my father, you know more than me. No, because you don't think. You don't use your mind. I know more than you. Follow me. Ahdika siratan saviyya. If you follow me, you will be on the right path. Right knowledge gives you confidence. Wrong knowledge makes you hesitant. When right knowledge comes, you know you are right. You follow and you make everybody else to follow. And then you influence people. And then people start saying things with your eye. Then you become so powerful. Right knowledge always helpful. Wrong knowledge, falsehood never. Quran said, the batil, falsehood is going to die. Haqq is the one going to remain. The Ibrahim's way is, don't surrender to anything. Only surrender to your Lord. Taqdeer ke paband, nabatato jamadat. Momin faqat, ahkam ilahi ke paband. Flowers, roses, stars, sun, moon, stones, grass, they follow taqdeer. They follow destination. Believers don't care about destination. What their destiny? What they follow? They follow command of Allah. Believers are only slaves of Allah's command. If Allah commands, they do it. They don't look what my destiny is, what taqdeer is. Don't look at this thing. Believers only listen to the command of their Lord. If Allah said, I must obey. And Ibrahim sees in a dream that he is slaughtering his son. He listened to his Lord. So this is actually Ibrahim's way. If Allah commands, I read a few poetic verses which can explain. Then I'll come to explain more in detail inshallah Islam. Because Islam is the third most important pillar of Ibrahim's teaching. Not the Islam that we believe, the different Islam. So I'll tell you how this Islam is different from our Islam. There's another poet in Urdu, Mirdad. Khaja Mirdad is a great poet, very pious person. He said, Apne bande pe जो तुम चाहो सो बेदाद करो पर कहीं जी में न आ जाए कि आज़ाद करो. I am your slave. Do anything you want me. Do any injustice, any wrong. Hurt me, harm me, put me in problem, any test, any trial upon me. I am happy. Do whatever you like. I am your slave, do. But never free me from yourself. That I don't want. You do whatever you like, but don't free me. I want to remain your slave. Anything you do, I am happy. But not freedom. I don't want to be free from you. I want to remain your slave. Die in your slavery. When Ibrahim came to Allah, then full slavery, full ubudiyya, full ibadah, full submission. He does not want to be free from Allah. Freedom from everything else, but slavery to Allah. That's what means life. Second part is, when you become free from everything, then you become slave of Allah. Full submission. Maulana Muhammad Patagari Rahmatullah, my teacher as well in India, very good poet. तो he said, नेमत ये मुबारक हो कि अहमद कभी तुझको वो दाम मोहब्बत से न आज़ाद करेंगे. Oh Ahmad, be happy. You have got the greatest fear of Allah. What the greatest fear? That He has promised He is never going to free you from His slavery. You will remain His slave for all life. It is such great favor from my Lord that I will remain His slave. So this is Ibrahim's way. Ibrahim is full slave of Allah. Complete, perfect slave. Never actually questions Him. Iqbal says in one of the great poetry verse, गरीब व साद और रंगी है दास्तान हरम, गरीब व साद और रंगी है दास्तान हरम, निहायत इसकी हुसैन इब्तिदा है इस्माइल. The story of Haram. You go to Haram and Sheikh Nasir take the group to Haram, but we don't know the story of Haram. What Haram really is. So he said, गरीब व साद और रंगी है दास्तान हरम. The story of Haram is गरीब, strange. It's not a common. Sada, simple, very simple. Rangeen, colorful. The story of Haram has got three attributes. One, it is gharib. It's not usual, unusual. Second thing, sada, very simple. And the third thing is colorful. It has got a color. What the color is? Nihayat iski Hussain, ibtida hai Ismail. The story starts with Ismail and ends with Hussain. Colorful with the blood. This story is full of the blood. Blood of Ismail, slaughtering Ismail, and then killing of Hussein. The story basically summarized in sacrifice. Meaning is, sacrifice yourself to your Lord. That's full submission. Your will, your desire, your habits, your custom, your culture, what you want, everything should be slaughtered for the want of Allah. If you want something and Allah wants something else, what Allah wants, that what should happen. If I love something and Allah loves something else, what Allah loves, that what should be preferred, not what I love. That what the story of Haram. Haram's story is Ibrahim loved Ismail, but Allah said slaughter him, he slaughtered him. That is the story of Haram. Haram's story is sacrifice what you love for the sake of your Lord. Anything you love is not important. Anything Allah loves, that's important. What you want is not important. What Allah wants, that's important. And what Allah wants, that is good for you. If you have two choices, one what you want and what Allah wants, the one you want is never good for you. The one Allah wants, that is good for you. Go for that. That is summary of the story of Haram. So Iqbal says, गरीब व सादा और रंगी है दास्तान हरम, निहायत इसकी हुसैन इब्तिदा इस्माइल. Story is summarized in these two stories. It starts Ismail and ends with Hussein. The whole history of Haram is just sacrifice. That's why Haram was built in a place where there is no water, no food, no green thing, nothing. So people come there only for their Lord. No other attraction, nothing else, nothing there, nothing can attract you. Now people have made all attraction Haram. So people don't want to go to Haram, they want to stay in their hotels. Because all attractions are outside the Haram. Attraction outside the Haram is more than the Haram. This goes against the purpose of Ibrahim. Why Ibrahim chose Makkah for Kaaba? Just think really. Why he chose this place? I have no authority in Saudi Arabia, but if they have to consult me, I could have said really, if you wanted to make hotels, make all these hotels 20 miles away from Haram and provide buses to rich people. They come on the buses. Other people who want to stay in Makkah, they can stay in normal, accommodation and spend more time in Haram. You don't need to have 5-star hotel next to Haram. To make all these buildings 20 or 30 miles away from Haram, provide buses transport, they come and go, but Haram remains simple. The people can. That's what Haram meant really. That was their purpose. The people in the past never liked a building to be higher than the Kaaba. Kaaba used to be the highest building in that place. Because that place is a city of Kaaba. Nothing else is there. The city of the Kaaba. Everything else around the Kaaba. Nothing else. There is nothing important. And the Quran says, وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ مَثَابَةً لِلنَّاسِ. Bayt is the markaz. House of Allah is the center. Centrality not for any other building. That what now people refer to clock tower, not to the house. Isn't it like that? Because that is the most striking building, not the Kaaba. In the past, everything was measured with the Kaaba. You know why Sham is called Sham? Why Yemen is called Yemen? Sham means left hand, Yemen means right hand. What was right of Kaaba became Yemen. What the left of the Kaaba became Sham. Things are named because of the Kaaba. Kaaba is the criteria. It decides an even name. So you are right of Kaaba, you are Yemen. You are left of the Kaaba, you become Sham. That how you become. That was the measurement. Now no more the measurement, that measurement. So this really history is sacrifice. That's why when Quran mentions Surah Baqarah, the story of Hajj, it starts with what? Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ista'inu bis sabri was salah. First thing sabr. Hajj never, Islam never can be without sabr. You need to do, because Allah commands you need to do sabr. You need to wait for the fruit. That moment it looks very bad. I'm going to slaughter my son. What will happen? No, do sabr. And that's why Ismail said, oh my father, you will find me, satajiduni inshallah sabirin. It is sabr. When Allah says sabr, then after that comes in the safa wal marwata min sha'airillah. It starts as sabr, then comes safa and marwa. The story of Ibrahim, millah of Ibrahim, basically is sabr. Patient. Turn away from it, because when you leave this world, you lose. Isn't it like that? You need to do sabr. When you turn away from this world, you are losing. So you need to do sabr, because what you're getting is much more precious. But you need to wait for that. So sabr means waiting. So when people leave this world and they get Allah, then they lose something, but they're getting something else. But what they're getting is not immediate. It will be after their death. Or some, you have to believe in that. That's what sabr means. Millah Ibrahim, meaning is you leave something, you get something else. What you're leaving is present. What you get is future. That's what sabr means. Sabr means leave what is present for the sake of what is future. Tell me, when you study in Oxford or Cambridge for 6-7 years, don't you do sabr? Why do sabr? You expect really, then I get degree, I get job, I get life. But now 6-7 years, I work very hard, wake up in the night and eating less and this thing until I get degree. So doing sabr, why? You lose something because you're expecting after 6 years you will gain. So do sabr. That's what Allah wants for this life. Do sabr. That's what Hanafiya means. Hanafiya means you turn away from what looks like beneficial for you for something which is more beneficial, but the benefit is hidden. Do sabr. So sabr is very important. That's why Quran said, وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ. Remember when your Lord tested Ibrahim. Sabr is test. Not one test, many tests. Last one was slaughtering Ismail, slaughtering Ibrahim, Ismail. فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ. Ibrahim passed all the tests. All the tests, one after the other, Ibrahim passed. So Allah said to Ibrahim, Inni ja'iluka linnasi imama. Oh Ibrahim, now you pass all the tests. I am going to make you imam for all the mankind. Meaning it, now all mankind, they need to do what you did. Exactly. That's what imam means. They need to do sabr as you did. They need to do sacrifice as you did. They need to surrender to me as you did. That's what the meaning is. Meaning not just to say, I follow Ibrahim. Meaning is to do all that what Ibrahim did. Because Quran said, after that immediately Quran said, when your Lord said to Ibrahim, Aslim, surrender. What it means? Did Allah really say to Ibrahim, surrender? This is not the meaning. Meaning is, I tested Ibrahim 10-20 times. Each time Ibrahim was expected to surrender to my command, and he did. So Allah did not say verbally, oh Ibrahim surrendered to me. No, Ibrahim does not need that. Ibrahim saw in the dream slaughtering the son. Allah did not say surrender to me, but the meaning was there. Ibrahim surrendered. Every time test comes, there is no command from Allah, oh Ibrahim surrendered to me. But Ibrahim did exactly. So Allah said, Aslim, surrender. Allah never said to Ibrahim, Aslim. This command never has been given to Ibrahim. That is command Ibrahim understood himself. Every time a command comes, Ibrahim knows he has got two choices, whether to surrender or whether not to surrender. But he chose to surrender. Every time Ibrahim to say, Assalam to Rabbil Alamin. No, I am going to surrender not to myself, to Lord of the people, not to myself. Every time Ibrahim had two choices, to surrender to himself or to surrender to Allah. Ibrahim chose to surrender to the Lord of the people. So Allah said, every time I said to Ibrahim, Aslim, Ibrahim said, no, Assalam to Rabbil Alamin. I am surrendered to Allah. Loved this from Ibrahim so much. He said, this is going to happen exactly for your life. In your life, test will come when you have two choices. One is to surrender to yourself or to the society, to your wife, to your husband, to your parent, and one choice will be to surrender to me. Now you have to decide. So Allah said to Ibrahim as Islam, it's very clear in the Quran that Allah SWT made this thing to everybody. And Allah said, وَوَصَّى بِهَا إِبْرَاهِيمُ بَنِيهِ وَيَعْقُوبُ. This submission, that every time you have two choices and you have to choose submission to Allah, this is so important that Ibrahim taught to his family. That this test will come to you as well. Every time you have two choices, you need to choose the right one. Right one is what? Submission to Allah. To wasa biha Ibrahim bani Yaqub, Ibrahim left will to all his followers and Yaqub as well. What they say? Ya baniya, inna Allah astafa lakumuddin. Oh my children, Allah has selected for you one choice. You have two choices, whether to listen to you or to Allah. But the choice that He chose for you is surrender to Him. Oh my children, when you have two choices, choose the one which is submission to Allah. This He made clear for everybody, that in your life, every time you have two choices. Which one you have to choose? You see, a question paper have been taught to you. Your question always be two choices. One is choosing yourself or your family or the people or your culture or your government, your state, and one is to choose Allah. And Ibrahim taught you, choose the next one. So he taught all his family, when you have two choices, which one you choose? Submission to Allah. So he said, Allah said, Ibrahim said, Inna Allah astafa lakumuddin, fala tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. In every choice, choose submission to Allah. That's why Quran never use Islam with capital I. This is actually, people translate wrongly. People write Islam with capital I. Islam with capital I does not exist in the Quran. When the Quran says, Inna ad-deen 'inda Allah al-Islam, deen to Allah is, what we translate Islam with capital I. This is a mistake. Deen to Allah is right choice, is submission to Allah. Meaning is, every time you have two choices, choose Allah. That's what deen means. Because every time you have two paths, go to the path which Allah. Inna ad-deen 'inda Allah al-Islam means deen to Allah is going to right choice, and that is submission to Allah. That's what Ibrahim did. He surrendered to Allah, submission to Allah. This really is the important part of Millah Ibrahim. Full submission to Allah. That is the Prophet Muhammad, no prophet actually rejected that. Every prophet has to follow this thing very clearly. And when Ibrahim did this, Allah became very happy to Ibrahim. Allah said to Ibrahim, now Ibrahim, from now on, you are the founder of Millah. You are the Imam. Inni ja'iluka linnas imama. I am going to make you Imam for all mankind. Everybody. Even the prophets have to follow you. No prophet can afford to leave you. Every prophet has to follow you. Every prophet, every messenger, they have to follow you. They can't choose their own path. Your millah is their millah. They have to follow that so clearly. The Prophet Muhammad was very keen to do Hajj as Ibrahim did. He was very keen to respect the building of Ibrahim. He loved Makkah. He did not like to leave. Then he asked Allah to make Medina as Haram as Makkah. You see, he loves it. He keeps simile of Makkah. Ibrahim is the central person in Quran, in the religion. He is the main person. He is the Imam. Nobody mentioned the Quran Imam except Ibrahim. Ibrahim is the Imam. And then after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْكَعْبَةَ وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ مَثَابَةً لِلنَّاسِ. We make the house center of Arabs, no Annas, all people. Ibrahim the Imam for Annas, to Kaaba is also for Annas, not for one people. For same people for whom Ibrahim the Imam, for same people, Kaaba is the center. So who are people of Kaaba? All of us. So Ibrahim the Imam for us. The Prophet Muhammad prays towards what? Kaaba. So his Imam is also Ibrahim. The same Annas. And all Annas, they have to turn to Kaaba. Same Annas, they have to follow Ibrahim. Same thing. The Quran says, وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ حِجُّ الْبَيْتِ. And the Nas. Quran always mentions Annas. When Millah comes, Quran mentions Annas. All the mankind, they must follow Ibrahim al-Islam. Full submission. And then actually last pillar of the Millah of Ibrahim is, don't do shirk. Hanifa Muslima, walam yakum al-mushrikeen. He was not for a mushrikeen. Then never make a partner. Never make any partner in ibadah. Surrender to him, then don't surrender to anyone else. Full submission. You have known the world. You have known nothing is worthy of submission. You can't bow to anything. Then leave and come to Allah alone. You can see, if you read Quran really, you can see very clearly, Allah never allows ibadah for anyone other than Allah. Never. Sajda, qiyam, ruku, only for Allah. Dua, ask Allah. Isti'ana billah. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. All ibadah for Allah alone. And that's why those people who are wrong, who think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanding Adam, for angels to bow to Adam. No. Sajda never has been in the Quran except for Allah. Lillah yasjudu man fis samawati. To Allah alone do sajda everything. How can Allah command angels to do sajda to Adam alayhi salam? People say Yusuf alayhi salam's family came, they did sajda before Yusuf alayhi salam. It is impossible for family of Ibrahim. Family of Ibrahim does not do sajda to anyone other than Allah. They don't believe in anybody. Their ilah is only Allah. They don't do sajda to Yusuf and Yaqub and Ibrahim. The only sajda they know is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then nobody else for sajda. Big mistake, big accusation against family of Ibrahim. Family of Ibrahim only does sajda to Allah. Only submission they know is to Allah. And the Quran said that, Am kuntum shuhada'a idha hadara Yaqub al-maut. Were you present when death came to Yaqub? What he did? He made sure that everybody go to do sajda to Allah alone. And now we say that is this sajda to Yusuf alayhi salam. It is a big mistake. Understand what Quran is saying. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam alayhi salam, He wanted to celebrate that day. Like for example, when your child passes the exam, you celebrate. You say, I'm going to pray 2 rak'ah. Somebody says, I'm going to do sajda. I'm going to do this and that. So when you do sajda, do you do sajda to your child? Do sajda to Allah. But on that occasion, when you say, Aqimis salat liduluki shams, establish the prayer for the decline of the sun. So do you pray to decline of the sun or do you pray to Allah? To Allah on that time, on that occasion. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam alayhi salam, and He said, Usjudu li Adam, do sajda. On which occasion? Adam's occasion. Adam had been created, now on this occasion, do sajda to me, to Allah, not to Adam. Sajda will be to Allah, but on that occasion. Iblis became jealous. What I was created, no celebration, no occasion. Now this man, this creation is created, and now there's sajda. New thing, new celebration. Like if you have 2 child, and one of them you celebrate birthday, not for the other one. Tell me what will happen. Jealousy. Adam is born, celebration of the creation, not date of the birth, but creation. And Iblis was born, no celebration. He became jealous. That what it means. Usjudu li Adam means do sajda on this occasion. But sajda only happens to Allah. Sajda to Allah, but on that occasion. Similarly, when Yaqub's family came and they saw Yusuf had got this position, fasajadu, they did sajda on that occasion. But sajda to who? To Allah. Because Yaqub's family did not do sajda to anybody else. In the Quran, you don't find sajda to anybody else. No tree, no human being, no creation, except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the Prophet Muhammad makes very clear that there is no sajda allowed to anybody. He never allowed sajda to anybody. Never happened. Submission will be only to Allah, and Adam shirk, no shirk. Ibrahim's millah had no shirk. Since Ibrahim came until the day of Qiyamah, there is no shirk in this religion. Shirk cannot be tolerated. And shirk means shirk fil ibadah. Ibadah means ruku, sajda, qiyam, fasting, zakat, hajj. These are ibadah. They only will be done for Allah. Sajda is the most important part of the ibadah. Tell me when you pray, which was the most important? Sajda. Sajda do to anyone other than Allah. Then what shirk is? Then what remains? If you can do sajda to someone else other than Allah, then tell me what now shirk? Then what's then shirk? This is what shirk. That's what shirk means. Millah Ibrahim knows no shirk at all. Lam yakum min al-mushrikeen, no shirk. In this religion, since Ibrahim alayhi salam, there have been no sajda to anybody. Even before that, sajda never has been to anybody. Where Quran says lillahi. If Quran says yasjudu lillahi, then it means, sajda done to Allah by this thing, by that not having faisal. But when it says lillahi yasjudu, you know what it means in Arabic language? Only to Allah. When you read in Fatiha, iyyaka na'budu, what it means? There's a word in Arabic, na'budu. When you say na'budu, it means we worship you. But when you say iyyaka na'budu, you know what it means? We worship you alone. When you change it, it becomes emphasized. We worship you alone. When you say yasjudu lillah, it means he does sajda to Allah. When you say lillah yasjudu, it means he does sajda to Allah alone, not anybody else. To Quran says lillah yasjudu. Everything does sajda to Allah alone. There is no other masjud. There is no other ma'bud. There is no sajda to anybody else. Sajda only for Allah. There is no shirk in this religion at all. These are really 4 pillars of Millah of Ibrahim. First pillar is thinking, rushd. Be Rashid. If you are not Rashid, then you are what? Safi. Do you want to be too stupid? Do you want to be called stupid? But actually, that's what Quran said. Quran says anybody who does not follow Millat Ibrahim, they are stupid. وَمَنْ يَرْغَبُ عَنْ مِلَّةِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ إِلَّا مَنْ سَفِيهَ نَفْسَهُ. Anybody who turns away from Millat Ibrahim, they are stupid. That Quran says, not me. Quran says only those who follow Ibrahim, they are clever. Those who don't follow him, they are stupid. That Quran says. And the first part of that cleverness is rushd. Think. And thinking means what? Thinking means to make your nature, your senses, and your reason, all three in coherence, agreement. They agree with each other. They don't have conflict. So you use your senses in response of your nature. Use your reasoning in response of your nature. So when you eat food, ask your nature, what I want. If you choose what your nature wants, you are Rashid, clever. If you choose what your Indian culture wants, you are stupid. You have choice. Ibrahim said, always go for right choice. That's what Rashid means. Rashid means to go for right choice. Right choice. Right choice is don't follow culture. Follow what? Follow the nature. Culture is corrupt. Culture has no reasoning. Culture has no history. Culture is made by the people who are thinking. Many things are part of culture. A stupid person has sometimes did, and people follow that. So this is what happened. One of the Indian governor, British governor, the people, Indian slaves of British people, white people. So you see what happened. One of this British governor, white man, his mustache, one part, something happened here. So he can't, hair does not grow here. So now it's very bad. One part is just a little bit, and one is full. So what he did, he cut this part as well. So became between. The Indian people thought it must be good fashion. If white person does, it must be good. So then all Indian people start following that. There's no reasoning behind that. This person has got an illness, a problem. Now Indian people, they don't use their mind. White person does, they must do. Like this man in Rajasthan, in India, he was a farmer. In his farm, a white person passed by him and asked him something. He talked to him that I want to go to this village. What is the way? This Indian farmer became so happy that he talked to a white person, white man. Now he came to his house. His wife asking him, how are you? You want to eat something? He's quiet. His mother asked him, family, everybody said he must have some illness. He does not speak to anybody. Then they get a doctor to help him. He does not speak. He became angry. He said, don't you people know? I use my tongue to speak with a white person. Now you think I can talk to you people like you? I talk with a white man. So see, this is actually how we are. No thinking at all. Just stupid cultures. And we think culture is so important. Think really, before you do something, you think it is Pakistani culture. I am a Chaudhary, I only marry Chaudhary. I don't marry anybody else. It is stupid culture. Don't you see this? If your father says something, you don't have mind. Your father does not have mind, but you should have mind. Like Ibrahim. Ibrahim knows his father does not know, so at least he uses his mind. He's Rashid. So he said to his father that you don't know, but I know. But we are so stupid, we can't say to your father that you don't know, I know. So Ibrahim has got these two things really. Intellectual courage and moral courage. Intellectual courage is that you raise right question. And moral courage is then do it. Ibrahim got both courage. He could question intellectual courage. And then moral courage, then he did it. He's not scared. We have nothing, none of them. We say, oh, I don't marry you because you are not Chaudhary. Why? Because my father said. But did you ask him question? No. It doesn't make sense to you. It doesn't make sense, but I have to follow him. I can't differ from him. You don't have any courage. No intellectual courage, no moral courage. Millat Ibrahim cannot be followed if you don't have intellectual courage and don't have moral courage. Intellectual courage and moral courage are two important foundations for this millah. If you don't have courage and you are coward, then don't be Muslim. It's not your religion. Islam is not for coward people. It is religion of the people of courage. Intellectual courage first, then moral courage. Intellectual courage means courage to ask questions, courage to understand, courage to go deeper. And moral courage means when you know, then do it. Then don't be scared. If you know really you can marry somebody who is not Chaudhary, then do it. Don't be afraid. But all these people, there's so much proud in the society. All the time I keep hearing that, I love this girl and that girl, but she's not Chaudhary and my father is Chaudhary. But now I think now Chaudhary should be translated as stupid. That's what Chaudhary means. The Chaudhary means stupid people. Those who don't use mind. Anybody who follows culture, that's stupid. That's what Quran said. وَمَنْ يَرْغَبُ عَنْ مِلَّةِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ إِلَّا مَنْ سَفِهَ نَفْسَهُ. Those who follow culture, they're stupid. Those who follow nature, they're clever. Learn your nature. In your nature, there's no Chaudhary. Nature never says you only can love a Chaudhary. Does nature say like that? Is there anywhere in the nature to love Chaudhary only? It is culture. Culture says you only can love Chaudhary. But culture cannot impose on nature. So people fall in love with somebody who is not Chaudhary. Now culture comes and imposes. Culture is artificial. It is made up by human being. Culture is not your nature. Culture has come from society. It is socially engineered. People have engineered, made it. Culture is not coming from you. It is made by the society. Culture means something made by the society. Is it clear? That culture has no foundation. When British people eat with the left hand, it's not because they're clever people. It is because they're stupid. It's culture. And when Muslims eat with the right hand, not because they're guided, they are also stupid. They eating with the right hand and left hand, both are culture. And understanding why I eat with the right hand, then doing that clever idea. To we eat left with right, that's why we don't understand. We said, what problem? Somebody left-handed, they eat with the left. Somebody said to me in Oxford that, I am left-handed. To what? I do with them. So I said, okay, you are left-handed. Still you want people who are right-handed to eat with the left hand. Like that, in all the formal dinners in Oxford, everybody is supposed to eat with the left hand. Then they dare to make argument, but some people are right-handed because their culture to them is more dear. Culture is to eat with the left hand. Now you have to, so people who say eat with the right hand, you make argument, no, but I am left-handed. If right-handed people can eat with the left hand in your culture, in your formal dinner, why left-handed people cannot eat with the right hand? Tell me. It is just a stupid argument. Not thinking. Make your mind always question. If somebody says to you that this is the culture, tell question. Next question is, but what authority culture has got? What is authority? Where the authority comes from? Next question should be raised. That's why Ibrahim is important. Intellectual courage. Have courage. Ask question. And I used to say that. So I used to insist to eat with the right hand, and all the people around me in the former days eat with the left hand. But I said, no, there's no reason behind that. No reasoning. It is just a dead culture. You have seen your ancestors doing this same thing. There's nothing behind it. Eating with the right hand has got clear argument, which you don't have. So I got an argument. You don't have an argument. Why should I follow you? Always have intellectual courage and then moral courage. If you have these two, you are clever like Ibrahim.